Good day everybody. Today I shall discuss about the development of the heart with the blood vessels. Now human heart, that is the fourth chambered heart, 2/3 of it situated in the left side and 1/3 on the right side of the thoracic cavity. Now how this heart is developed within the mother's womb. Now we all know when there is the formation of the zygote, after the zygote formation there is multiple cell division, ultimately it forms the morula, grapes like, or in the western country it is known as the mulberry like. And this morula, when it is introduced into the uterine cavity, this is known as the blastocyst because it has got the cyst-like softening. Because of the imbibition of the uterine fluid within this. Now this blastocyst at the day of 6 and 7, it develops the trophoblast on outside, and trophoblast ultimately forms finger-like projection, and this finger-like projection consists of outer syncytiotrophoblast, cytotrophoblast and the mesoderm, and ultimately it forms the villi-like structure, and this is known as the chorionic villi. Now the villi that persist near the embryonic pole, that is known as the chorionic frondosome, and you see it disappears on the other side, that is known as the chorionic levy. Now you know when there is formation of the zygote up to the stage of the blastocyst, these tissues, that means the blastocysts, they get their nutrition from the deutoplasm present in the egg yolk. And after that, what will happen? The blastocysts get its nutrition from the excoriating endometrium. Later on, it develops more and more and it requires further nutrition. And for this further nutrition, this chorionic villi, it invades the maternal endometrium, and there is the leakage of the blood, and that blood passes within this, and the uteroplacental circulation started. And this uteroplacental circulation started about the 5th week of the intrauterine life. So you will see from 4th to 5th week there is the uteroplacental circulation. Now that time the embryo is so small that the mother's womb does not enlarge much more. Actually we will see the mother's womb actually enlarges about the 12 weeks, that means the 3 months of the age of the embryo. Then it is felt over the symphysis pubis. So embryo becomes larger and larger. So how within the embryo the circulation takes place? So it requires to develop the blood vascular system within the embryo, developing embryo. First, there is formation of, all of the heart and the cardiovascular system, they develop from the middle layer that is known as the mesoderm. The first one I have made it that the orange color, this is the ectoderm which first developed within the embryoblast. Next thing, in the ectoderm there is some modification of the tissue in the caudal end, and this modification is known as the primitive streak. This primitive streak is the primary organizer. It initiates the formation of the mesoderm, that is black color represented here, in between the ectoderm, red color, and the endoderm. You see, first there is ectoderm, then the endoderm develops. There is no mesoderm, but due to initiation of the primitive streak, there is the development of the mesoderm. Now, first the embryonic disc that looks like, you see, that is circular in outline. The ectoderm is circular in outline, the endoderm also circular in outline. So, there is formation of the intraembryonic mesoderm inside because of the multiplication of the cells and cells. This model I have enlarged about the 1 million times. Such a small embryo in this period that you cannot imagine the size, about 6 millimeter in size, and within that there is formation of these discs, and you will see these discs gradually the cells move towards the cranial end. In case of the embryo, we tell the cranial end and the caudal end. Cranial end is near the head side and the caudal end is near the lower extremity. So there is formation of the pear-shaped embryo. So first you will see the embryo is circular disc, and gradually it enlarges and the cell migrates towards the cranial end, and there the discs become pear-shaped discs. So you will see the pear-shaped mesoderm, the pear-shaped endoderm. Now we will discuss the mesoderm first, because the heart is developed from the mesoderm. Now you will see this mesoderm, in certain places it is absent. You will see there is a opening here. This is the mesoderm, cannot go through it, and in the caudal end there is mesoderm absent, because here it is not insinuate between the ectoderm and the endoderm. So what will happen? This region becomes thin, as there is only two layers, ectoderm and the endoderm. That is very thin layer, but the mesoderm is very thick layer. So this one form later the buccopharyngeal membrane, or you will see our developing mouth cavity when there is the folding of the embryo. You see, when there is embryo does not increase in the limited space, the embryo undergoes folding. So when it undergoes folding, you will see our mouth cavity comes on the ventral aspect, like now. You will see in the ventral aspect. So in front of the mouth cavity, you will see this mesoderm is divided into three parts. What are the three parts? There is a depression which is represented here as a yellow color. This depression, it increases the size on the medial side, that means block-like elevation, which is known as the paraxial mesoderm. And this depression forms the intermediate cell mass, and lateral to the intermediate cell mass this is the known as the lateral plate mesoderm. So you will see within the lateral plate mesoderm there is the appearance of cavity because of the excessive growth, and this cavity coalesces and forms the pericardio, pleural and the peritoneal cavity. So near the pericardial cavity there is the formation of the heart tube. Now there is the formation of the heart tube. First there is smaller tube formed, they join with each other, so bilateral heart tube is formed over the pericardial cavity. This joins, and again in the mid part and again in the cranial portion there is no joining of this. So this lower end is, this is the lower end is the venous end, the middle one, and this is the arterial end of the developing embryo. Now this heart tube ultimately it folded and folded upon itself, and there will be increase in size and they form the vesicle. What are the vesicles they form? You will see from caudal to cranial aspect. You will see the lower part, this is known as the sinus venosus. The next to sinus venosus, the blue color, this is the primitive atrium. Next you will see the primitive ventricle, and next a light color, yellowish color is known as the bulbus cordis. Then you will see the glazy pink color, it forms the truncus arteriosus. So this is the division takes place the outside the pericardial cavity, because heart bulges within the pericardial cavity. So such a big heart, it undergoes folding. Now you will see this truncus arteriosus, next it forms two arches, the first aortic arch, and these two arches it actually enclose the developing pharynx. So this is how the lengthening and the circulation of the heart takes place. In the next session I shall discuss about the septation of the heart.